Um, hey, my name is JadenSC. Well, I mean that's my channel and the stage name, but a lot of people refer to me as JJ. Jay. We're of course Jaden. But yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a serious video. Like, it's not gonna be like a call out on anybody or like anything regarding drama. It's just gonna be like me opening up today. So we're gonna start off with, where did I start off? Like, in my career? Well, to answer that question, we're gonna have to go all the way back to October 2020 when my mom first allowed me to have a YouTube channel. I'm not gonna say what my age was, because I know YouTube watching it would look for the first reason to strike me down, but yeah, it was back then. I didn't really have a lot. All I had was a few plushies and some Legos, bro. Like, that's all I really had. And I had first got my first YouTube channel. But actually, I'm actually cover what started to. But anyways, see, well, you know what? How about we go back to like 2017 or 2018 ish before I start like the point where I got my YouTube channel. So like in the 2010s, like in like specifically in like 2018 and 2019, I used to watch a lot of toy YouTubers, like notable people like Blue J 5678, and I think I only watched Ryan's World like once. And like when I was a little kid, I used to love filmmaking, and I also used to love drawing. But I didn't do drawing as much as filmmaking. Well, actually, I feel like I did like a mix of both. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really an animator back then because I wasn't skilled with that. Like, I wasn't skilled in that sense, and I don't think Flip a Clip was around. Maybe it was around, but I just wasn't aware of it. But like, yeah, back then it was simple. It was nice and simple. Yeah, it was like back then I felt like I could do content while having fun with it. Like, there was no such thing as having a YouTube channel in my mind, because back then that was a thing that I knew probably was never gonna happen until 2020. I think it was like I think the pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic was still around at that time, and I had first got my YouTube channel. I literally remember what my first profile picture was. It was a picture of an articulated Shadow the Hedgehog figure on a black table with like no lighting. You just standing there like I wish I had the picture, bro, but I don't. I do still have the original figure though. But yeah, and I also, my first YouTube name was of course Jadon264. Now I know I got some OGs. I know I got very few OGs out there that are familiar with that name. But see, this was my first channel. I've had like a total of like 4 channels, with this one being my fourth one. But yeah, we're gonna talk about my very first one. So that channel, before it got deleted by me for some dumb ass reason, it ended up gaining about like 80 subscribers, and I had it for around like a year, which just shows how hard it was to get subscribers. Like, bro, I was not popular, bro. I wasn't even good at editing. Like, I'm telling you, back then I used to just make videos for fun. Now, what type of videos did you make? Well, I made plush videos. I was a plush tuber. I was obsessed with YouTubers like Crazy Mario Bros, Supersonic Blake, and like of course Sonic Whacker 55, bro. Super Mario Richie and all them. So the Snow Dodger one, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I really have a lot of plushies either. I was kind of limited, but yeah, back then things were pretty simple until I deleted that channel in July of 2021 and made a channel that would end up getting bigger than I imagined. It was gonna have the same exact name. It had the same exact name, except this would be the channel where I actually started to progress in the fields that I'm in now. For one, I actually started learning how to animate. Kudos. And I also was getting much better at editing and, well, making music. Cause like I remember at that time, I think my first song was something called Sonic's Christmas Rap. It had a used beat. It was so bad. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was dropping bars back then, but like, yeah, it was so freaking bad, bro. Oh, my career has been so embarrassing, but like, yeah, I was still making plush videos from like 2021 to 2023, and I was getting better at animating and so, and I was starting to grow my connections. But see, here's the thing. Here's a little twist. When 2022 hit, I started getting more social. Like I started using Discord. I started using StreamYard. Like with like stuff like that, bro. And it was kind of starting to get a little heated. And what do I mean by this? Well, obviously what I mean is the fact that since I was having a bit of an online presence, that means things were starting to get a little sticky. Meaning I would often have like rivalries with people. I mean, that's not how it started out. It started out like really chill. But I literally I can remember my first online fight too. Like it was over something dumb. Someone called me stupid, and my dumb ass back then was just like so immature about stuff. Like I don't know why I was so immature. Like bro, it's just oh my gosh. I wish I could go back in time and slap my past self like like dead in the face, bro. Like in the back of the head, the face, like bro. In nah, bro, cause like I'm giving that dude the two piece and the biscuit when I find out how to do time travel, bro. But yeah, and like drama would happen frequently, and it wasn't just like with me. There were often times where I used to use StreamYard, and there would be people impersonating me in chat. Literally, the reason how I met one of my friends, Dark Core, was when like there was somebody impersonating him in chat, and he was spamming slurs, and like I low key thought that was Dark Core. I thought that was him. I thought that was him, bro. It wasn't him. I just thought it was him. So like I literally started I was cussing, I was lashing out, like bro, I was just it was wilding, bro. All that I was playing Minecraft while that happened too. Like bro, it was wilding, bro. It was honestly wilding. But you know what? If that hadn't happened, I would never met Core. So you know what? That's a bonus for me. Anyways, but like yeah, a lot of stuff would happen back then, and it got to a point where my mental health would first start to shift. For the first time in my life, my mental health wasn't stable anymore. So yeah, late 2022 was kind of a bust. I don't really like bringing that up because like it was a bunch of confusing shit and a bunch of stupid mess that I don't want to bring up. But yeah. But let's get to the real stuff. Cause all that was just horseplay. Let's get to the real stuff. So you know what? My bad. I gotta go blow my nose, bro. I think my allergies are getting more. Right now, as I was saying, fast forward to 2023 when like okay, so early 2023 wasn't really that bad. Like well, you know, in like January, cause like I had released a movie, not like a theatrical movie, just like a YouTube movie. You know what I'm saying? It was like it had like a 1 hour runtime, and like it was one of my greatest projects, but at the same time one of my worst ones. I won't explain how. If you know, you know. But yeah, and like January was fine. It was a little chill, but then February hit. February hit and everything just started to fall down. So like when February hit, here's what happened. So I remember like it was yesterday. I was doing a stream and then I was doing a Mario Kart stream, and I think some drama happened either in the stream or in chat, probably both. And I know who the culprit was. It was over like the drama happened over someone who goes by the name of Turbo Tails, the retro classic gamer or whatever, bro. I think my friend Logan might know who he is. I think a couple other people might know who he is. But back then he was kind of notorious for having like meltdowns, which he did. And I'm not gonna lie, he does have autism. So I'm not gonna pick on that. But oftentimes and see the weird part is that he's a grown adult. But yeah, back then there'd be times when he was like, "Why won't anybody listen to me?" I'm just like, bro, we just trying to talk, bro. Like, leave us alone, respectfully. But like, yeah, it's just So what happened after that is like he got into some like there was some drama that happened. I also used to have this friend named Waffle, and like me and Waffle were both fed up. Okay, we were both fed up. So then and see like at the time drama would like frequently happen for like no apparent reason. So I kind of got fed up. And what did I do? What did JadenSC do? Or should I say Jadon264? What did Jadon264 do? He went on the community post, made an entire rage post in all caps, cussing and everything. And then the unthinkable happens. Next day, my mom sees the post. My mom. She sees the post. This is why I'm showing my channel now. But she sees the post. And then she does something that literally to this day just makes me mad. She starts to take matters into her own hands and then takes all my stuff, thinking that's gonna solve everything. That did not solve a thing. Cause what happens? Then people start getting worried about me. I was gone for 48 hours, might I add, which says something about how often I used to be online. Cause like I was gone for like 48 hours because my mom refused to give back my stuff. She refused to even let me give them an update post saying, "Oh, guys, I gotta go. I gotta retire for a little bit." She didn't even let me do that. To this day, I'm still gonna hold that against my mom. I'm still gonna hold that against her because she made so much. She just made a lot of matters worse. No offense to you, mom, but like, oh my gosh, that was so unnecessary. But yeah, so like basically, yeah. The moment that I kind of disappeared, people started to panic. There were people making streams talking about, "Where's Jadon? Where's Jadon264? Where did he go?" And I'm not gonna lie, it was giving me mad anxiety. Mad anxiety. So, yeah, I had nothing else left to do. Because, again, my mom was being stubborn. So, the only thing that I had left was my Xbox. So, I went on my Xbox. This is gonna sound so stupid what I'm about to tell you, bro. I went on my Xbox. And I went to play Roblox. I could have played any other game, but I didn't. I played Roblox. And here's the significance of the matter. Back then, chat was not supported on the console version of Roblox. So I couldn't tell if people were joining my game or not. I'm gonna be honest, I want to come clean. I did actually know that they were in the game. I can't really keep this live for myself anymore. I did know that they were in the game. Because I just got curious. I just wanted to check. But like, thing is, the only reason I didn't really acknowledge them was because it felt like they were stalking me. Like it felt like they were just it felt like they were just prowling the platform trying to see where I was, which they were, because I have this old friend named Flyer. He was the one who notified them saying, "Oh, he's playing." I'm like, I'm telling you, bro. Back then, none of these people had morals. It's like it was so unfair. But like, yeah, I will come clean with that. I did know that they were in the game. It's just like I was trying to give myself some air because I was overwhelmed. So like I would frequently like hop on other games. You know what I'm saying? And like I will admit that was kind of that did kind of look bad. It did kind of look like I was ignoring them, which I wasn't. I mean, in a way, I was just trying to distance myself. I wouldn't say I was ignoring them. I wouldn't have been able to tell them anything anyways, because I didn't have any way to contact them, nor did I have a way to chat with them on the Roblox game. How is that my fault? But anyways, yeah. So like after that, I just kind of put Roblox down for the day, and then I went to go check YouTube on my TV because that was the only way I could watch. And then I see this stream from one of my friends. I won't say who. I literally remember I can't get the name of that stream out of my head. I know exactly who it was. I'm still friends with them, by the way. But someone made a stream titled, "Jadon is a fucking coward that hides from his friends." Literally going off on me, bro. A whole entire stream dedicated to exposing me for quote unquote hiding from my friends. And then somebody else made a stream titled "Why I'm Done with Jadon." Everybody was just rallying against me, bro. I had no control over this. So, it kind of got bad. And you know what? My mom pulled this move. This was the only W move that she pulled, by the way. She pulled this move. She went on my channel, correct? Made a live stream. In summary, she was just telling everybody to fuck off. Like, she got my back. She was the only one who had my back in that moment. Like low key, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, it shut everybody up real quick. And then one of my friends actually made a stream. He was crying, and then literally almost everyone who was harassing me, everybody who was rallying against me, they went to that stream, right? And then my dumbass kind of doubled down. I figured out a way to like, like interact with YouTube and Discord on my Xbox. So I went on my Xbox and I kind of sort of lashed out at him. I lashed out at him on stream. It kind of looked like I was rubbing it in. That was kind of a dick move. But yeah, and they were feeling horrible, bro. Horrible. I literally remember that day. It was so sad. But then something happens. My mom sees that I'm chatting with them on YouTube or whatever, and she takes my Xbox, her with her arrogance, and then she deletes my channel. A channel with 6K subs, by the way. Like, I'm never gonna get that back unless I grind harder than I used to. But yeah, channel's gone, everything's gone, my memories, my hard work. Thanks, mom, by the way. But yeah, it's just, yeah, that's what happened. That was the end of an era. Now let's move on to the start of the next era. Start of the next era was real bleak. From February to like March or so, I was still trying to recover from the fact that I literally just lost everything. and and then something happens. Something escalates. Something happened with like a former friend of mine. Let's just call her Amy. And so was happening and whatnot, and I don't even remember the drama. The drama was like so stupid to the point where I can't even remember exactly what it was about. But let's just say I called one of my friends a narcissist. And see, here's the part that I messed up on. The word narcissist actually has two meanings. Let me look it up. It says a narcissist may seem charismatic or like a leader, but can be exploitative and lack empathy. I gotta work on my grammar. But yeah, like y'all know what the meaning of the word narcissist is, right? Like, I'm sure I don't have to say like the definition at all. But these idiots back then thought that I was calling this dude a devil worshiper of some sort. I wasn't. I swear I wasn't. That wasn't even the first thing that crossed my mind. But then I ended up getting canceled over it. I got canceled over calling someone a narcissist. This is like going on Twitter and saying that Eminem is the most overrated rapper and then just getting like blasted, just getting hit with like several bullets from glazing fans saying, "Oh, you need to go die. I'm gonna expose your IP." That's what it felt like, bro. I could have said the most harmless thing. I was getting canceled over it. Like, bro, it's just, but it's my fault. Back then, I just didn't know how to shut my freaking mouth, and I still kind of don't. But like, honestly, dude, it was just horrible. It was honestly horrible. But like, yeah, it's kind of complicated. But then see, let me tell y'all about something like one of the most grave mistakes that I ever made. It was my bad. It was all my bad. But see, like, in the midst of all the drama, I did something. I'm not gonna say what it was. That is something that I personally want to keep locked up. Not because I'm a coward, not because I want to hide stuff or like gatekeep, but like that's something that I personally just want to keep locked up. But I did something very unforgivable. And that's when I really got canceled. Like, people just stopped talking to me, bro. And like, the only people that I had at that time were Jimmy MC, Darkcore, Super Sprite 64, and another person that I won't really bring up because he's kind of off doing his own thing now, which I'm glad. I'm honestly glad. He's got about like a good 20 or 30K subs now. Yeah, you go ahead, hustle, do your thing, bro. But like, yeah. So for the period from March to May was probably one of the worst periods ever. I was in my deep depression arc. Yeah, laugh it up. Call me emo in the live chat or the comment section or wherever y'all about to comment this. Just go ahead, call me emo already. I know you're that. I know it's giving emo vibes, but yeah, I was in a really dark place at the time, and like I couldn't even I couldn't even watch things like Sonic or My Little Pony. Yes, I was watching My Little Pony at the time. Fuck off. But like yeah, it's just yeah, it was kind of I couldn't really watch anything that reminded me of my friends. It was just gonna make me more depressed. The few things that were keeping me out of my depression were like, you know, watching YouTube, listening to CG5 and you know, stuff like that, bro. But yeah, it was not a good time. But then I finally ended up making my comeback in May. And it was kind of mixed. People by then people had kind of forgot about what I did a little bit. And I was kind of neutral with people. I was neutral. I wasn't really friends with them yet. I had to earn their trust back. And it was kind of hard. But there were people who were still holding grudges against me, and it was kind of fucked. But yeah, it was kind of messed up, bro. 2023 was really confusing. I got into a lot of drama back then. 2023 was just kind of a it was really kind of bad. It's one of those years I would rather forget. But yeah, it was bad. It was depressing cuz I was in summer school. There was a lot of stuff that I had to do. I had to man up, bro. And I'm not talking about the song from the audience out. But yeah, so yeah, it was kind of confusing at the time, but I finally ended up proving that I was worthy of forgiveness. And any other drama that would happen, I wasn't really involved in. Well, I mean, I was involved in it. I was kind of in the middle, but like I kind of wanted to like distance myself, like avoid it as much as I could. And the rest of 2023 wasn't that bad. It was in fact it was actually really chill. But then we get to 2024. This is gonna be the last year that I cover. But 2024 was kind of mad. Actually, I'm not even gonna explain it, bro. I'm not even explaining it. You know how it was. It was bad. Drama happening everywhere. Toxidia, freaking Rozu. I was breaking friendships. It was just back then I was really immoral. I would make a diss track on literally anybody, bro. My temper was bad. I would post about drama frequently. It's just I just had no morals back then, bro. I just give me a second. As I was saying, I just didn't really have morals back then, bro. It was bad. It was really bad. So now that I've covered the story of my life or whatever, I just wanna reflect. Sometimes I feel as if I just sometimes don't feel like the good person that people say that I am. People will oftentimes question why I hate on myself or why I don't like what I do or like or like I compare myself to others. Matter of fact, I have this inside joke with my friends where like I have this alter ego named Hayden, and like I will frequently say that Hayden is better than Jaden, because like Hayden is supposed to be like this version of me that's like better and has morals and is like actually above me, while me I'm just lukewarm and stupid and shit. So like that's a little inside joke that I have. There's more to that joke than people think that, but like honestly, yeah, there's a lot of things that I've done. You know, I've hurt people. I've actually hurt people without intention. I've been insensitive. I've done things without thinking. And I'm just going to come right out. I'm going to give a positive call out, not a negative call out. If it was a negative call out, I'll be slandering him. But I'm going to give a positive call out to someone. I'm going to refer to them as T for this video. I'm not, yeah, because I know there's a lot of people that aren't really cool with him. But T, if you're watching this, bro, or if you ever will watch this, I just want to say, bro, I'm being so humble and so for real. I just want to apologize, bro. Because I know that even though it felt as if you were manipulating me, or even though it felt as if you were just trying to manipulate things to your standards, I know that wasn't really your intention. That's just kind of what it felt like, and it felt like it was just kind of unjustified. But like at the same time, though, you were trying to make an effort. You were trying to make things better, dude. You were my coach. You were my goat at one point. You were doing what you were could. You were doing what you could, and you weren't like what happened. I remember you had like made like a call out comment and went like this plush video that I had made recently or whatnot, calling me out, just exposing the truth of JadenSC. And I realized you weren't saying that to like slander my name or anything. You just wanted the truth to be out there. And like, I'm gonna be honest, that's gonna be my job now. I'm gonna expose myself, bro. I'm gonna expose myself for everything that I've done. I've called people names. I've talked about people behind their backs. Like I've hurt people, bro. And like, I don't ever want to do that. Cause y'all are like really special to me, bro. Really special to me. Like the care that I receive from y'all is nothing like the care that I receive for like, let's say my douchebag ass daddy, bro. Like, but like honestly, dude, I've received a lot of care from y'all, bro. Like unconditional, and it's like I appreciate y'all a lot, fam. So like the last thing that I want to do is do things to hurt the people that care for me. Like I just don't want to do that. That's not me, bro. So like T, if you're watching this, bro, I know you probably don't forgive me. I know you probably over my shit. And this isn't really like me saying, "Hey, you want to be friends again?" Because I know that's probably not the best thing to do right now. Moving on means moving on, but like I just wanted to put this apology in here to show you that I care, to show you that I'm sorry, bro, cuz like I've done a lot of messed up shit, and through it all, you were my coach. You were just trying to help, bro. You were just trying to help. A lot of people, cuz there's a lot of people in my group that just kind of hold grudges. They don't really know the meaning of forgiveness, like true forgiveness. But like honestly, dude, you've always been that one person that like even despite having like issues with people, you always been really open to talking, bro. And like I kind of took advantage of that. It wasn't the right thing to do, bro. I've done a lot of messed up shit, and I want to come clean with it today, bro. Because I feel like the truth eventually just needs to get out there. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. And not gonna lie, I really have no right to be calling other people out with their wrongdoings, because I know that if I were to do wrong, I wouldn't want to be like, persecuted or anything. Plus, everybody sins. Everybody makes mistakes. Bible says we're not really supposed to criticize at all. We're just supposed to pray. We're supposed to pray and we're supposed to be compassionate. So like anytime that I hurt someone, anytime that I like call them out or like like call outs can be necessary at times because like people do need constructive criticism. But anytime I said something to like hurt someone, like I'm directing this towards everybody, bro. Like everybody that I know. If I said anything to hurt you or inflict pain on you, bro, I am sorry from the bottom of my heart. I am sorry, bro. That includes my enemies too. Like I'm so sorry, bro. Cause like honestly, the world's getting worse and worse. Last thing that I need to be doing is letting the sun go down on my anger, bro. So yeah, apologies for T, apologies for E and everybody. I just want to give a huge shout out to like, hold on, let me pull up my feature. So we're gonna start off with Barry. Barry, you have been one of the greatest friends to me of all time. There's a reason why I call you my bestie, and it's because you have proven that you can earn that title by doing things that not many other people do. You are amazing in what you do. You are understanding. You are capable. And even when the going gets tough, you still put a smile on your face, bro. Like I adore you so much. You are amazing. Like honestly, bro, I am a huge fan of you, bro. I will never stop being a fan of you, bro. Never. You understand that? But yeah. Moving on. Azzy, you have been through thick and thin, bro. You have been through everything with me, bro. Everything. You stood up with me when I was trying to face all them hooligans in Rosu's community. You helped out when I needed help with like personal deep thoughts, like criticism. I know you're one for like doubting your skills and like saying that you're not worthy, but you are worthy, bro. You are an amazing person. An amazing person. It doesn't matter how much you've been hurt. It doesn't matter how much people try to make you out to be a bad guy or a bad person. You do what you do. What you're doing right now, you are an amazing person for that. Your art, your interests, your motivations, your intelligence, all of that is a part of you, bro. And that's what makes you special, bro. Not special ed. Not special ed. But you are an amazing person. I never want you to forget that. Moving on to Lucien, bro. Lucien, my man, my brother from another mother. My brother, bro. I know we've had our differences in the past, but you know what? That's what made the relationship stronger, bro. That's what made it stronger, dude. We've been through a lot together, man. But through it all, you have supported me, and I've supported you, bro. You amazing, bro. You a GOAT. You have morals. You have morals unlike anything I've ever seen, bro. For your age, bro, I might as well just start calling you a scholar, bro. Like, honestly, bro, you are an amazing person, bro. You're an amazing person at heart. Heart. Stupid. Don't you ever forget that, bro. Moving on to my boys Jimmy and Trippy, bro. Now, I'm going to mention them at the same time because, like, I like to think of them as, like, one of the same. Like, they work together. Like, I want to mention them at the same time. But I'm going to start with Jimmy. Jimmy, bro, the moment I met you, bro, you were funny, bro. You were funny. You were chill. And even when I got surrounded by the flames of drama, bro, you were still there. I appreciate you, bro. You even inspired my music, bro. Literally, my first musical collab was with Jimmy, bro. That, like, I'll never forget that, bro. Like, Jimmy, you are an amazing person, bro. And, like, you one of those people that just doesn't let drama get to you. Like same with Trippy, bro. Trippy, you are understanding, bro. You are helpful. You believe in people. You give people a chance, bro. And you inspire people, bro. Like, oh my gosh, that freaking Pharrell Williams type producing you do, bro. Like, oh my gosh, bro. You you are literally this generation's Pharrell Williams, bro. I respect that. You are amazing, bro. You're freaking amazing. Like, honestly, dude, don't you ever forget that. Both of y'all, goated. Goated. Moving on to Shady, bro. Shady, what I do without you, bro? Like, Shady, you've also inspired me, bro. Like, you just one of those people that just, like, super chill. You've taught me some things, too, bro. You're 18 now. You better make your own decisions. But you know what? You never left either, bro. You were always there. And that's why I say, hey, we salute Shady up in this household. Let's go. Let's get it, bro. All right, moving on to my boy Interstellar. I gotta thank you, bro. Cause like you've been there since like 2022, just like Jimmy, just like Lucien and such and such. But like, bro, I've seen you as an older bro. Like honestly, bro, like it don't matter. It don't matter if we ain't the skin. It don't matter if we ain't the same skin color, bro. Like you have been there through thick and thin. I appreciate you for that, bro. Golden, I salute you too, bro. And everybody else, I want to give a shout out to Ari. I want to give a shout out to Alina. I want to give a shout out to Sadie. I want to give a shout out to Suburban. I want to give a shout out to uh Miko, Lemon, Rat, Logan. That did I already mention Logan? I don't know. I just want to give a shout out to everybody in general, bro. Flyer, um, Malx, bro. You know I can't leave nobody out. Flops. Lower, bro. Everybody. Every damn body. I'm not leaving nobody out. Alright? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. If you watched the full thing, thank you so much. Thank you for hearing my side, bro. Honestly, I just want to apologize to y'all for everything that I've done, bro. But you know what? Through all this, through all the strife, through all the bruises, through all the batterment, through everything, oh my gosh. I can't believe I forgot to. Bro, you know what? No. I can't believe I forgot. Star. I can't. I'm so sorry. I forgot you, bro. Star, no, bro. Star and Core. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, y'all. Listen, Core, you inspired me to go with the flow and push through things even if I had no strength, bro. You inspired me to do that, bro. Keep doing what you do. You are an amazing person, bro. Like, it don't matter how much you say you're not. You are a soldier. You don't wanna go to war with the soldier. Oh, I'm gonna stop. And like, bro, Star, you are just you just come on, bro. Listen, Star, freaking love you so much, bro. All right, platonically, of course. Like, you're freaking amazing, bro. Freaking amazing, bro. You're understanding. You're not arrogant. You listen when somebody wants to talk to you, bro. You're freaking awesome. Don't you forget it, you ass. But yeah, honestly, dude, I appreciate you, bro. And I appreciate everybody who took the time to listen. But yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for being a part of this. I will still continue to make content for y'all free of charge. I mean, someday I still plan to make money off it, you know what I'm saying? But like, honestly, I appreciate y'all, bro. I also thank God for this opportunity to do this for y'all. All right, bro. SC out. Oh, by the way, Stars gay.